And the satisfier came and said unto him, Master, I will follow thee whithersoever thou goest. And Jesus said unto him, The foxes have holes, and the birds of the air have nests, but the Son of Man hath not place where his head.
Certain scribe came to him and said, Lord, I will follow you wherever you go. And Christ replied, The foxes have holes, the birds of the air have nests, and yet the Son of Man has nowhere to lay his head. We skip down to verse 23, and it says, Now when he got into the boat, his disciples followed him. And suddenly a great tempest arose in the sea, so that the boat was covered with waves, but he was asleep. Then his disciples came to him and awoke him, saying, Lord, save us, we are perishing. But he said to them, Why are you fearful, O ye of little faith? Then he arose and rebuked the winds and the sea, and there was a calm. And the men marveled, saying, Who can this be that even the winds and the seas obey him? For those of us that know the story is also in Luke, it tells you exactly how he rebuked the winds. He said, Peace, be still. And the winds were calm. Now I started with verse 19 for a reason this evening. And it was to show that Christ led a very simple life. And when I heard the young man speak, I heard a familiar theme that I hear among Christians today that just bothered me to no end. You see, his exact words that he said to me, and keep in mind, this is a young growing man, and possible attest, he is a young growing man in God, very strong. And he says, it seems like with what all you've been going through, the things I've had to do in life are so small that it just don't compare. Now those were the words that he spoke, but all I heard is, woe is me. It's a theme that's so common in the church today that it's blinding a lot of us.
Yes.
We have this same faith, the same strength in us to tell the winds to be still.
Amen.
But we're too busy crying, woe is me.
Yes.
For those of you that's not sure what I'm talking about, let's drive the point home just a little bit. It comes time for tithes and offerings. And you know that person that's in the back of the church, woe is me. I got my light bill, dude. I can't give that much this week.
My God.
My rent's due. Woe is me. My rent's due. I'm going to give half my tithes this month. I ain't got no groceries in the house. Yeah, that's the good one. I ain't got no groceries. Woe is me. I got to feed the family. I got 6 kids at home. Woe is me.
Yes. All right. My God.
And yet still, the man that paid the ultimate sacrifice for you, that gave his very life so that you may live, had not even a home, no pillow to lay his head, and you're going to stand in his house and say, woe is me. Let's get into it a little bit deeper. Historically, if you look back at the times when the Hebrews would travel, they would take 2 pairs at most of the changing outfit. Now, when we think of clothes that the Hebrews wore, that Christ our Lord wore, I guarantee you it was not Dolce & Gabbana. It was nothing to the comforts that we feel today.
Yes.
He didn't have Nikes and Reeboks on his feet.
My God.
It was a piece of leather if he was lucky.
Amen.
And yet he walked for 3 years.
My Lord. Lord.
with those 2 pieces of clothes, whatever he could to strap to his feet, and you will stand in the house of God and say, woe is me.
My Lord.
He lived a life where he knew eventually he would sacrifice himself for us and complain not once. And yet we stand here, even today, screaming, woe is me.
My God.
And that gets to the heart of a lot of the problems, because we complain about all these things that he complained not at. And yet the only time you come in here is, some of us, is Sunday morning. Or some of us didn't make it until second service or Sunday afternoon. You're so busy with the lack of faith that Christ showed the disciples that you missed out on the Bible study lessons that we taught. Or you wasn't here for Sunday school. And you would have heard the words in Luke 6:38. And he told you, give, and it will be given to you.
Go ahead.
A good measure, pressed down, shaken together, and run over, will be poured in your lap.
Yes.
And with the measure you use, it will be the measure you are given. Yet we run around saying, woe is me.
My Lord.
See, you wonder why the blessings don't come, and you had the $35 that should have been your tithes, but you put 2 in the offering plate. It is returned in the measure that you give.